People, I forgot to mention, like, don't Breakfast Club like bring in like some of the worst people ever? She was making tweets talking about, should I start an OnlyFans? Oh, hey guys, should I, be an OnlyFans model? My birthday's next week. That's how you know you've fallen off, where you have to the point where you have to start an OnlyFans after being some like weird. Alright guys, so recently we had a episode of the Breakfast Club. If you guys don't know what the Breakfast Club is, they've been on the game for quite a while now. Breakfast Club is basically a podcast where they invite like big ass people and they talk to them about shit. Their most recent guest was N3on, where this episode got a lot of controversy because, the hosts of the Breakfast Club had decided to press N3on on some on racist shit that he said in the past, which, to be fair, N3on did say a lot of crazy shit, and I feel like you should hold N3on accountable for this shit. Like, it's okay to not forgive N3on for crazy shit he said in the past, because dude was a wild fucker back then. I don't even know if it was back then. I think he still is now. But yeah, so they had an episode with N3on, and they pressed. It was more of like people were saying it was more of like an interrogation than it was like an actual episode with N3on. And then so yeah, here's a controversy. There's a little TikTok about it. I feel like this TikTok explains it better than me.
Asked me to talk about the N3on situation, right? And right message, wrong people, bro. Because don't get it twisted.
Oh yeah, right message, wrong people. I forgot to mention, like, don't Breakfast Club like bring in like some of the worst people ever?
N3on said some crazy things in the past, and I feel like as humans, we entitled to not forgive nobody for anything we don't want to forgive them for, right? But the Breakfast Club is the last people on earth that need to open their mouth about anything. Y'all putting hypocrites on a high pedestal for the community. Charlemagne admitted to dropping something illegal.
Spanish Fly that summer. Face Backlash resurfaced 2015 podcast where he discussed his first. Oh, jeez. Putting Spanish Fly. Oh.
You inside a girl's drink in order to get her to do stuff. Is we forgetting that? Didn't Charlemagne the God let his white homeboy talk bad about black women?
Oh yeah, I did see that part.
The same man that tried to say that you guys have black privilege? Like, didn't Charlemagne the God plead guilty to crazy allegations? Didn't DJ Envy get caught up in a real estate scam that scammed multiple black families out of their money? Didn't Just Hilarious bully that black kid dying of cancer because Trump made him an honorary cop? They not for the community, bro. They performative as hell.
All these people, by the way, represent the Breakfast Club.
That's how they got on N3on. You finna see Charlemagne do something outlandish to be canceled the next day. And don't get it twisted. N3on should have never won.
Yeah, N3on's like a loser still, but like Breakfast Club have no room to speak.
Breakfast Club and think that they weren't gonna ask him crazy questions. They're gonna bring up every little thing about your life. So him going there in the first place was a dumb move. And you feel me? I don't know why he's surprised at how the Breakfast Club acted towards him. The show itself is second place to the Shade Room when it comes to detrimental towards the black community. And y'all out here talking about they're just trying to protect our community. They're just out here trying to stand up for.
Nah, they're like the last people you should go to if you want like some sort of, if you want your community to be at least protected.
What? Get somebody from the community that's well respected to talk to N3on. And if they get on N3on, hey, it is what it is. But the Breakfast.
Yeah, you should get somebody like, I don't know. Who is respectable in the black community? Is it maybe... Damn, I don't know anyone. Sean the Black, I guess? Isn't he respected? Although, there is other people. Nah, I don't know any.
This club, y'all out here hyping the Breakfast Club, saying the Breakfast Club is here for the community. Y'all gotta stop it.
Yeah, no, you could pick someone better to represent you. But to be fair, N3on is a loser, and I feel like he said more crazy shit on this podcast. He was low-key an ass, and he kind of sucks. So, yeah, that's basically my take. My take is that they're like the last people to talk to. The Breakfast Club are basically the last people that should talk down to N3on about dumb shit he's done when they have wide full like of closet full of goddamn skeletons. You know, that's just me though. All right, guys. So next segment we have Lil Tay. If you guys don't remember Lil Tay, she went so viral back in 2018 as like the rich girl that you're too broke or some shit like that. I don't know. Basically, was this little girl that would fucking flex Rolexes and money and call you broke every now and then. And yeah, her Twitter got suspended. And the reason why her Twitter got suspended was because what the fuck is this? Recently she was making tweets talking about, should I start an OnlyFans? Oh, hey guys, should I, be an OnlyFans model? My birthday's next week, which I just found out this today. Lil Tay and I share the same birthday. We were both born July 29th. So yeah, I share a birthday with Lil Tay. That's insane. And the day when the clock hits midnight on July 29th, Lil Tay is considering starting an OnlyFans. And she was like, 10,000 likes and I'll start some OnlyFans or some shit. And she tweeted about this constantly, and then she got herself banned. She even got made this TikTok to like prove some shit.
So it's my 18th birthday on July 29th, and every mail has been counting down to it and literally telling me to drop the link the second I turn 18. Girlies, what do you think? Should I do it?
I'm not a girly person, but you should not do that. No, what crossed your mind to make yourself? Why did this even cross your mind? Dude, she's trying to do like the Bad Baby method. Like, didn't Bad Baby also start like an OF the second she turned 18? I remember that day that she got like millions of dollars, like I don't know, 30 mil. I don't know how much she got, but what I'm trying to say is that she got a huge ass check for an OnlyFans the second she turned 18, bro. So yeah, there are weirdos online like counting down days until a certain influencer turns 18 to hop on that OnlyFans, and that's creepy and sad. All right, guys. So here's a little throwback. Do you guys remember Only JS? I remember last time we talked about Only JS was 2021, I believe, when she made some stupid joke about a service dog or whatnot. Anyways, point is, Only JS has fallen off ever since I last covered her. She's been on the downward spiral. And I recently saw this video from Internet Anarchist 2 days ago, and holy shit, Only JS has just gotten worse. So what I saw from this video, I completely stopped caring about Only JS the second the second she ghosted that one black TikToker and Karen, because she promised that in her apology for saying the hard R in DMs, she promised that she would use her platform for the voices of black people. And then Karen, one black person with a platform, actually gave Only JS a chance to, I guess deliver on her promise, and she never did. In fact, she ghosted her and completely, destroyed her own credibility even more. And yeah, that's basically what I know about Only Jace. And I think now she's like, yeah, I saw this video earlier, but from what I remember, she's now going to like protests to like, I guess, I don't want to say pander, but I guess sort of like look good for the I guess left. She's trying to go on like lefty politics, and then she also started an OnlyFans, or like a site where you post explicit content. That's how you know you've fallen off, where you have to the point where you have to start an OnlyFans after being some like weird after Only J's, who, by the way, before during JS's peak, she was like some weird, like she would get dumb shit on Reddit and like talk about it on make a TikTok about it. And turns out she's actually plagiarized some of her content.
So, instead of becoming a better content creator, Bella decided to pivot and focus on the hottest trend, politics. She started filming the LA riots and posting clips on her TikTok, all in hopes of triggering a debate in the comments and boosting engagement on her content.
Yeah, and she's not getting shit for it.
Which, in turn, would make the social media algorithms promote her content to more people. However, much to her dismay, this tactic failed miserably as well. Not only did it fail to boost views on her channel, but people also weren't buying the so-called altruistic.
What was the other thing that Only J's tried to do? She tried making music?
Angle, that she was doing it for some greater cause, with a comment on YouTube reading, "She's just recording herself going to protests now to try and make herself look like a good person." Suffice it to say, this wasn't the ticket back to stardom she was looking for.
Nope, it was not, bro.
So she pivoted once again, and came up with her worst idea yet, explicit content. She created an account on a site called Passes, which is an OF competitor.
Yeah, whatever this thing is. Point is, she started an OnlyFans.
And started posting.
That's how you know she's fallen off. What the fuck? $79 a month to be a top tier Bella's Bubbles? Buddies?
Locked behind a paywall, costing as much as $80. As we saw with the Island Boys, turning to explicit content like this is often the last-ditch move of a fading creator desperate to hold on to whatever scraps of relevance they have left, and Only JS's case doesn't seem to be much different. But that's not even the worst part.
Oh my god, I didn't even mention the worst part.
There's a good chance that even after hitting a new low, it still wasn't worth it, especially considering the abysmal engagement on these lewd posts, suggesting she's barely making any money from this new venture.
Damn.
The only thing this has achieved is bringing some freaks and gooners into a rapidly shrinking fandom. But here's the twist. While her downfall is clear as day for anyone to see, Bella herself is either coping or is actually in denial, since according to a comment she made on her subreddit,
she might just... she's just trying to keep herself relevant. I believe that's what it is.
Things couldn't be better, stating, "I'm saying this as a point, not because I am proud of it, but my views are at an all-time high after getting cancelled." Her coping is...
Yeah, after getting cancelled, but no. Your views aren't at an all-time high now. You're at the bottom of the barrel.
At this point, she's tried everything she could think of, and none of it worked. She even tried to be active in her own subreddit, likely to keep the remaining handful of viewers engaged, but that didn't help much either. That being said, she is still doing whatever she can to rebuild her career, like deleting hate comments to seem more likable to new potential viewers. She was caught doing this back in August of last year, and looking at her socials, she's likely still doing the same, and not being subtle about it at all. Most of her new videos have surprisingly few comments compared to the number of views, and the ones that are still up are almost all positive. It's obvious enough that other viewers are starting to notice it as well, with one viewer calling her out for it on YouTube, stating, "Stop deleting the hate comments. You deserve them, lol."
Deserve them? That's mean.
Even her subreddit is quick to remove any negative posts about her, no matter the context or intent. If it's labeled as hate, it's getting deleted, no questions asked. Maybe she thinks that sweeping the criticism under the rug would somehow magically make people like her again. But that's not how you regain the trust of viewers you've already lost. At the end of the day, Bella Rose, aka Only JS, decided to choose the second option and is now paying for it. Instead of quitting while she still had a presence on the internet, she'll continue posting content until no one even remembers who she was.
So she basically just continued on going.
Could she have reinvented herself and her content and became a popular content creator once again?
Probably not. Alright, let me check Only Jace's channel. I want to see what her oh shit. She has a premiere video on July 20th tomorrow. That's today or tomorrow at 3 p.m. Or by the time you're watching this, it's she streamed the 20-ish public meltdowns that define Trump's America. All right. Well, let's see. Is this like a documentary type video?
Welcome to Trump's America, where conspiracy gets more airtime than compassion, and yelling in Walmart is now a political stance, and public freakouts is the nation's pastime, and somehow people want more of it. Hi, my name is Bella. You might know me as Only JS. Drop a like if you enjoyed this video. If you
No, I did not enjoy that shit. Nor the intro. The fact that Jay's few views still gets Lamau at the fact that the few views Jay still gets are purely hate watchers. Damn, people are not liking this video at all. Public meltdown cop girl, girl should have just linked all her own videos at that point. Nah, that's crazy. Yeah, bro. Only Jace's downfall is insane. It's gotta be actually no, only Jace in general. Like the whole Only Jace saga just has to be like crumbled into a ball, thrown away, and be forgotten.